Alright, for this presentation is a tribute presentation to the nurse who made me continue school after my ear surgery. I was only in 7th grade, wanting to go to school. I almost got held back that year, but thanks to Mrs. White, my nurse in my school, not a teacher, but school's nurse. I really admire and thank this nurse. She went out of her reach to make things happen. She tried everything to make me pass my classes, even though I was absent for most of 7th grade. And it wasn't only to help to pass 7th grade. She also helped my immigrant parents who at the time didn't really know as much English and couldn't communicate as well to get our health insurance. She offered to help my parents get insurance we needed. If it wasn't for this wonderful caring nurse, I honestly would have been deaf from one ear and also been held back for sure a year or two. It all started because I was always in pain from my left ear in class. I would have my head down in class because of the pain, but teachers started getting annoyed from telling me to stop putting my head down. I never really asked to go to the nurse, to the teachers. I would always take the pain, but this time I couldn't. I was literally crying one day. My teacher saw me, but I didn't explain. He just sent me out to the nurse. Right away, Miss White knew something wasn't right. She started looking at my ear, but saw nothing wrong with it on the outside. But she knew in the inside something was really wrong. After that day, some hours later, I came into the hospital and the nurse came with me. She saw that I was bleeding from an ear and a wax coming out of the ear. I couldn't be next to someone because they would complain of an awful smell, but it was just my ear. After that happened, I was embarrassed to stay in class for thinking it would stink up the whole class. Right after she saw the bleeding, she called for an immediate meeting with my parents and the principal, telling them that what I have was really bad thing and I needed to go see a doctor. As soon as possible, she was really mad at my parents for not having insurance. Explain why we should have it for moments like my ear surgery. If it wasn't for her applying for insurance, who knows? My father would have had to pay surgery himself. That was one of the main reasons that I didn't go to the doctors, for lack of insurance. And when I went to the hospital, I didn't get accepted. After getting cleared for insurance, we did all the process of what was wrong. We did the analysis and surgery. It was a success, of course. But during that time, Ms. White was always bringing me homework packets so I wouldn't fall behind my classes. I honestly appreciate her so much. I really thank her for being there right time and right place for me. It was just meant to be. I came across a person with a big heart. I thank her for always pushing me to do good in school regardless of what comes across. There is always a way, she would say. If it wasn't for this nurse I made this tribute for, I would be deaf from one ear and probably would have been held back a year or two with a bill of $50,000. Thanks to the insurance covering the price of surgery. Long live the nurses around this beautiful planet, especially Ms. White.